Welcome, one and all, to the return of the anime and simulcast discussion podcast, Divergence Cast. I am one of your hosts, A Puddle of Saliva, known as JJ, or the Journeyman 66. I am joined by a strange duck, Alex,
Yo.
and a very unusual magical girl, Stranger.
So,
And returning again, our friend Adam, who hopefully won't experience the terrible uh, technical difficulties we had last time we were on.
Hello.
Okay, and today we will be doing somewhat of a different episode since we won't actually be discussing simulcasts this week, and instead we will be mainly focusing on general anime discussion. For to start us off with, anything interesting happening in your weeks?
Uh,
well, of course, there were the last episodes of Stardust Crusaders and Tokyo Ghoul.
Yeah.
So those are the biggest ones.
I mean, I haven't really been doing much except school and playing Warframe. I did read more of the Knights of Sidonia manga to get ready for the next season. But outside of that, I haven't been really doing much.
I finished Beck finally, and have been playing pretty much nothing on my PS4 besides Plants for Zombies: Garden of Warfare.
Hmm.
Um,
Al-
I'm
Also,
in line
also,
with you with the school thing.
Yeah.
also, got my ass kicked in fantasy football.
Oh, I watched Garden of Words, or
Uh,
The Garden of Words.
I think that was some
Um,
movie. What was it? Chris. He used to go by Enigma on Game Informer. Yeah, I can't remember his full name, but yeah, I think he mentioned that sometime in the past, but I'm not sure what that movie is about.
it's made by the same people as 5 centimeters per second.
Oh, okay, then I'm thinking of something else. Yeah, now I remember.
Yeah,
It's that one anime movie I've seen around before, but I haven't actually watched.
yeah. Probably the best animation I've ever seen. It's a bit better than 5 centimeters per second, actually.
Wait, what?
It's the animation is a little bit better than 5 centimeters per second.
Let's see. My
Same
anime list:
studio.
Garden of Words. Plan to watch.
Actually, it's already on your plan to watch list.
Oh wow!
You should
So
get
it
on
is.
that. Yeah.
So sure.
Same studio as 5 centimeters per second. A little bit more recent though, so they stepped up their game.
Oh my goodness! How do you even step that up?
You know what? I didn't think it was possible, but it happened. I'd say I rated it a little bit lower because it didn't have as powerful of a story, but animation wise, oh my god.
I'm most afraid to watch it now.
Yeah, nothing will ever look good again.
Oh my goodness! I'll be watching all the best like Kyoani movies and just be like, oh, this is crap. Ruin me.
You'll just be
Wh-
rewatching Disappearance, and you're like, yeah.
but it's amazing. Um, Also, I'm almost done with Psychopaths.
Just in time for the second season, man.
Yeah, I'm literally like about halfway through the second to last episode, episode 21. So,
Is that all, or anything else?
um, from me, I started watching JoJo.
Ah,
Help,
nice.
help.
That show is so ridiculous.
And it just,
Bizarre is definitely the most accurate word to describe it, so I'm glad they used it in the title.
yeah,
how
it
how
just
many episodes have you
gets.
watched?
I think I've gotten through about 16.
Oh, nice. So you're already in Battle Tendency?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we just finished with the Pillar of Hell or whatever that was.
Yeah.
That craziness. That I don't even my brain is incapable of processing that show.
Wait until you get to Stardust Crusader. There is some very insane stuff.
I don't even know if I'll be able to make it that far.
Death 13.
Oh, the
Lally-ho.
baby, and then the eating. Ah,
Oh god.
I'm feeling very iffy on this show. It honestly it's fun, but it's a little too much for me, especially since I
yeah.
like the the maximum amount of ridiculousness I can handle is probably Kill la Kill.
And
You
it,
gotta experience the weird side of anime, man.
yeah, and
And
it,
this will be
No.
nothing to you.
and it's like we still have like 5 or 6 more chapters to get to. Who knows how ridiculous it'll get eventually?
Yeah, there's 5 more after Stardust Crusaders.
Yeah,
I don't even know what's gonna end up happening.
yeah. Well, if there's nothing else we want to talk about in our
Uh,
weeks, oh,
Um,
I actually
oh,
started the Wagnaria manga,
the what?
working or
Oh,
Wagnaria.
Wagnaria. Okay, cool. So, how's it like compared to the show?
It's about the same. It's just a little. I sort of suffered the same thing when I went through reading Sotokai Yakuindomo, that it's like, yeah, you get so used to seeing it in show form,
Yeah,
but it's still, still isn't. I still find it as entertaining.
yeah. My problem tends to be with mangas. They just make me want to watch the show instead of reading the manga.
I've experienced that,
Yeah,
but lately, besides like simulcast, I actually haven't been in the mood to watch stuff.
yeah.
Because ever since I finished Beck, I was like, I think I need a break for a little bit.
I just haven't had time.
Yeah, same. So much homework has been piling up on me.
Like what I just listed off about my quote week unquote was really what I got through over like the course of the past month. So
Yeah. Uh, Anywho,
and then
yeah.
also downloaded Hotline Miami and Planetarium from Steam.
Nice.
Wait, I also forgot to mention that I got the Humble Bundle last two. I can't remember exactly when it was, but I finished Gone Home or beat Gone Home.
What was in
So
the
Best game
bundle?
ever, ain't it?
Gone Home, SteamWorld Dig, Prison Architect. Those are a couple of the games.
Rough Browsers,
Yeah,
Papers,
yeah,
Please, and
which I already
Gunpoint.
I already had that. But yeah, Gunpoint. What else? There was one more game, if I'm not wrong. Trying to remember what that last game is.
Hammer Watch.
Yeah, there you go.
Hmm.
I haven't. I've only played Gone Home and SteamWorld Dig so far. Probably won't be again into the other games for a while.
Yeah, I've pretty much been playing nothing but Warframe, so I haven't really been playing much of anything else.
I have been playing nothing.
Actually, what's
Slowly
funny?
backs away into corner.
Your lives are so depressing now.
Uh, what's funny is that because I told you that I've been playing Garden Warfare like the last
Yeah.
2 weeks. I rented my game, my library, my local library has games available, and so I borrowed Assassin's Creed 3, Thief, uh, and I'm trying to remember what else. Well, those are two of the games, and Injustice. And I intended to play them, but because I've been playing Plants vs Zombies all the time, I haven't been able to get to them.
Yeah. I've had that happen before. Okay.
Well, it's really happening now because you're playing
Okay.
Warframe all the time. But
Yes, that's pretty much it. Yeah. It's like I need to get eventually around to playing Steins Gate again, and I have another VN that I downloaded a while back that I haven't gotten around to playing, and well, a bunch of other games as well. Ah. Anywho, anything else you wanted to talk about in your weeks?
that's what I can think of.
Dude.
All
Well,
right.
were we going to talk about Tokyo Ghoul, which
Yeah.
wrapped up yesterday?
Yes, we were going to talk about Tokyo Ghoul. So, what were you guys' thoughts?
Me, gotta be honest, I'm a little bit disappointed in it, but since I've heard news of the second season, I'm feeling better
Yeah.
because I was not satisfied with the ending. But if there's a second season, that's kind of resolved.
Yeah.
So
Well, me, actually, the end. I've that last episode was pretty much everything I've been wanting from this season up until now.
Exactly, which is why it upset me so
Yeah,
much that it was the last one.
yeah, pretty much. But I kind of heard that it was going to have a season like the night before I watched it, which was actually a couple hours ago when I watched it. But anyways, but yeah, Kaneki is finally interesting of a it's finally an interesting character.
I mean, last time I was on here, I couldn't even remember his name,
Yeah.
but now I can.
Well, he just wasn't that memorable, at least compared to the secondary cast. Like, I could always remember
Toka.
Toka because, well, she's a badass and she had genuinely good characterization. But I usually just referred to Kaneki as the main character when I was talking about him.
Eye patch guy.
Yeah, eye patch guy. Hey, it's Talk Like a Pirate Day. Why doesn't he talk like a pirate?
Ahoy, mateys.
Arg.
I be
Slosh,
the
slosh,
anime
slosh.
patch.
Shiver me timbers. Grab my
Off the
booty.
planky, scallywags.
You just gotta just quote One Piece since it has pirates in it, and there you go.
Yo ho ho, we took a bite of
Do the
Gojo.
laughs. Do the laughs.
Oh,
Now's the time
What's that
for
one?
laughs.
What's that one? In the official translation, his dangerous rubbing technique.
oh god, beware the
Stranger always,
rub.
yeah, Stranger always gets a kick out of it.
Yeah, One Piece is a series I definitely want to check out eventually, but since it's so large, it's kind of hard for me to find time to get into it.
One Piece is still ongoing, right?
Yeah,
It's like I want to say like 760 something chapters now, and the anime is probably like approaching like 600 episodes, if I had to
Yeah,
guess.
I can't do
Around
that. I can't watch a
650.
show that long until I know it's over.
yeah. It's just,
I don't know. Trust me, it's worth it because I mean, I wouldn't say it's as wild as JoJo seems to get, but you have some like pretty crazy characters. Yeah, Stranger might have gone to this one character and to the point he got in the manga, but in this one crew called shit, what's it called? I can't remember what it's called. Either way, it's in this one place called Alabasta. This one guy has powers where his boogers are explosive. It's pretty much a lot of people in the world of the show, in the world of the manga and show, get their powers from eating these things called devil fruit, and that's pretty much what happened to him. He ate something that he could like flick some stuff out of his body, or it might specifically be his boogers and all that. But he just like flicks them towards people and just has like a huge explosion.
hmm, sounds kind of similar to a Toriko, how they get their power from food.
Uh,
I know all my power comes from food,
like,
specifically pizza.
I read like 200 chapters of Toriko, but I had to drop it because I just wasn't enjoying it anymore.
Yeah. I enjoyed the show a lot, but that was mainly because of Vian Sinclair, since he did a pretty good job as Toriko himself. But yeah, it's kind of at times.
It's like first 100 chapters seems pretty original, and then I think my issue with the next 100 after that is that it sort of felt like it was falling back on like cliches sometimes. Like like I enjoyed what I read of it, but it got to a point where I was like, yeah, I'm not interested in continuing it.
Hmm.
So, I remember at some point in the past we were talking about Tokyo Ghoul.
Yeah.
Actually, question: How? Why did it go to pirates in the first place?
Because it be National Talk Like a Pirate Day,
No,
matey.
but why did you bring that up out of nowhere?
Because of
And
Kaneki's eye patch.
uh, yeah, that makes sense.
So we start with Tokyo Ghoul and end it with Toriko.
Well, they both involve eating.
Okay, I just want to say like the like in Tokyo Ghoul the gulp sound effect that they use is just like I don't like it. It just sounds so gross.
Well, it's a show about cannibals, so
I mean, it's expected, but I mean, like, I think it's definitely like they got the reaction out of me that they were going for, but it's gross. And oh man, I have a couple of complaints with that show and a couple of like things that I think were really good. But so like my mini review is the animation was really good when it wasn't covered in a giant black smudge.
Yeah.
And the sound was really good. Characters got better, but
Yeah.
Kaneki wasn't. I wasn't really too into Kaneki until the last 2 minutes of the last episode, so that's not really good.
Yeah.
And also like I don't mind. I personally, when it comes to like censorship or whatever of violence and whatnot, I don't mind color changes. That doesn't bother me. I know that really bothers some people. Doesn't bother me. But when they just cover like all of the screen, but a little corner with a big black smudge, I feel like I'm kind of like being cheated out of something I'm trying to watch.
Well,
Especially when I know they're just going to sell the Blu-ray without censored or
well,
something like that.
then you also add in the fact that if it went over here like onto Nami eventually, it would go out completely uncensored.
Yeah, because it would air at like
Yeah.
11:30 p.m. So
Yeah, I'm curious what time Tokyo Ghoul usually airs over there.
well, I'm thinking it's pretty late.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like it comes out. What time does it come out here?
It's like 11 o'clock a.m.
Yeah, so that's like 12 at night. That's like midnight there, I think, or something.
Yeah.
I don't know how my knowledge of how good my knowledge of time zones is, but I'm pretty sure that's like midnight in Japan. So
Well, Japan does have the stricter censorship laws.
Yeah.
this is true.
Yeah.
But yeah, the censorship of the show is probably my biggest complaint because half the time you couldn't even tell what was happening because there was just so much black covering the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It got really
like
frustrating. Like, I know at one point, I think Toka throws a head at Kaneki and I couldn't even tell what it was
Yeah.
because there's just so much black blocking the screen you can't even tell what's happening.
Yeah.
you just kind of hear a weird sound effect.
Yeah. Well, I'm guessing that was probably the same way with other violent shows when they were being aired. Like probably Higurashi had a lot of black screens when it was airing.
I have no clue. I know this is about as bad as People was. Like,
Hmm.
they censored knives and stuff in that show when it was airing. It was, like, infamous.
Oh, yeah, now I remember that one. That was that Pupa was that one short series that came out a couple of seasons ago, right?
Yeah, it was about Studio Dean, and, like, even when a character pulled out a knife or something, they immediately start blurring the screen.
Don't think I've heard any good things about Studio Dean.
Their quality is, like, really spotty. Like, they've made some of my favorite shows, but they also made some really terrible stuff, like Bakumatsu Rock. They were also responsible for Higurashi and Setai no Ichizan, though.
Hmm.
Those are two I really like.
Yeah. Anything else we want to talk about Tokyo Ghoul?
I just want to talk about like how good they did with like Hanami and what was his name, Nishima?
Machine.
I think
No.
unless I'm getting
Oh,
confused with
and
someone else.
Hanami's the little kid, right?
Yeah, and then the like the one dude who had the girlfriend who's human.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, can we just talk about how there was that one guy with like a really big nose and like almost Elvis type hair, except it was like brown, and like he just showed up out of nowhere and
he
didn't do anything.
just kept talking about like going back to being a ghoul and
Yeah,
scaring
oh
people.
yeah, that guy.
like one episode, like episode 8 or 9 or something, he just shows up and he's working at the coffee shop, and I'm like, who's this guy? And then he's like in the
No
meeting all
explanation.
upset, and I'm like, do you even know any of these people?
Makes you wonder how much importance he had in the original manga. Probably none, but
Actually, he probably had something, but they just left out.
yeah. Oh.
because I think it was a terrible idea to try to fit that whole show. Especially, I haven't read the manga, but like just hearing about how deep it is from people who
Yeah.
have, I think it's crazy that they tried to fit it into 11 episodes or 12 episodes or whatever. Yeah, it was 12.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, definitely.
By the way, did any of y'all watch Steins Gate and Sub?
Mm,
yeah, I watched Steins Gate subbed.
no, I only watched it dubbed.
I watched first episode subbed and then the rest dubbed.
Well, in in Tokyo Ghoul, the gourmet, he puts on like the full Hoenn Kiyama voice.
Oh
Like he's
yeah.
voiced by the same one as Okarin's Japanese Seiyu.
Hmm.
And he
Interesting.
just pulls on that full mad scientist voice.
Yeah, that
I
was
really
fun.
enjoyed hearing that again.
Um, just Steins Gate dub, I think is probably one of the best dubs I've heard though. Just throwing that out there.
I put Bakano a little bit above it, but yeah,
I
it's
haven't seen
great.
Bakano, so
I'd say Bakano, Black Lagoon, and Steins Gate are my three, I think.
Hellsing, Neon Genesis Evangelion.
oh, the Garden of Words. I checked out the dub earlier today, just a little bit of it, because I have a friend who would rather watch it in English, and it's pretty good as well. It's probably almost on par with the Japanese. So just saying. And if I'm saying I'm pretty like down on dubs, I usually really don't like them. So if I say a good thing about one, it's got to be all right.
Yeah. Well, let's see. What was, I don't know. Anything else about Tokyo Ghoul? Uh,
Aside from the second season, no.
okay.
We already talked about that, I guess, right?
All right. What else do we want to talk about in anime?
Let's just go back to One Piece so Alex can finally do his laughs.
I'm trying to think of whether I'm set to do it right now.
Well, we can always come back to it.
And I'm trying to work myself up to it because that was my concern when when we were doing I think I was more ready to do them the other day, and then none of us told Stranger we were recording at 4 Eastern, so
Sorry, sorry, stranger.
I
Even
was
though,
still asleep
I'll
too.
do one. I'll do one. It's probably not one of the ones that were crazy from the one arc I told you about, but the one character is whose name is Whitebeard. He has a very sort of like it's funny because it's sort of like a monotone laugh, and it's like it's like and like literally he doesn't change the pitch at all. If he's like talking to one of the characters, it's like
that's so weird.
that's and then, like I said before, in the part that got cut out in episode 4, that's one of the reasons why the franchise, or like that's one of the things, one of the small things I really like about the franchise, that the author gives certain villains, like, or most villains that he's put have had a distinct laugh, and even some of the other characters like or protagonists have a distinct laugh.
Hmm. Okay. Uh, are you still psyching yourself up, or should we move on to something else?
So it's like myself. If you guys want to like move on for the time being, and we'll come back to it.
Okay.
I'm scared you're just gonna randomly start maniacally cackling in the middle of one of my sentences, or when someone else is talking.
All right.
That'll make it all the better, really.
Do we want to talk about the three series we've watched, or do we want to talk about a different series that we watched?
Weird is like we never watched three series. 'Cause, yeah, I don't, to my recollection, I don't think Adam ever gave us a show.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, and I never watched any of the like the whole episodes of three series things we did. I think so.
Yeah.
We can still talk about ours.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Who wants to start first?
hmm.
Well, let's start off with Tsuritama.
Okay.
Oh my god, that was terrible, Alex. What were you thinking recommending that to me?
Like I told you, I think any other show I could have recommended, or any other show I had in mind, you might have hated more.
Oh my goodness, I cannot even imagine.
Because
Like,
what was I say? The one show I was gonna pick for you guys called uh, Cuticle Detective Inaba. I only ever watched like 3 episodes of, so it's like, what's the point in recommending it if I hadn't even finished it yet? And so, like I said, that show itself is just like completely like rapid fire randomness. So I knew you would hate it. That's why I did not recommend that. Then the other one, Dog X Scissors, it's like that seems more like a show JJ would like, and I think you would just get bored of,
I'd rather
personally.
get bored than watch more of Tsuritama. Just, oh my goodness. It was just like stupidity and fishing was all it was. It was,
I
oh,
thought it was a chill show. That's like I watched that with my brother, and we were actually surprised by it because we just picked it at random. We pretty much didn't know what to watch, and I was like, how we're like an ass show about fishing. Let's see how bad this can be. And like, I actually wound up really sort of liking it, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
got some strange taste, Alex.
Hmm? So what was it?
Said you got some strange taste, Alex.
Well, it's just different from yours. Like I more so what I watch, more I guess lighthearted shows than everyone else sometimes.
Different tastes from mine? It must suck.
Come on, my tastes are lighthearted and whimsical too. Like people beating each other to death with baseball bats.
That's all sunshine and rainbows.
Yeah.
Stranger's tastes are definitely interesting.
Yeah.
Sometimes a little bit different from mine,
And he
but
he tends to watch those bad Ichi series every now and then.
Oh my goodness, me and Zen and PK will just get into a chat and search up the worst stuff to try and watch. Like Rokibu, Chubra, Lingerie Senshi, Papillion Rose. There's just so much bad stuff there.
Rokubu is that one like lolly basketball show, right?
Yes, there's a shower scene. I could not make it
I
past it.
God, I think you
I
told me
remember
about that once, and it sounded like the worst show ever.
It
there was
was
one
pretty bad.
there was one night that you somehow got a bunch of people to watch that.
Yeah, it was
And
like
it
Mitchell and
amazes me that they actually did.
well, it was Mitchell and Chris. So
But didn't Deemer also watch it?
uh,
I think so.
Steamer. So
He still
And
keeps trying to get people to watch Kiss Sis.
I was gonna say like I just remember looking at my timeline then and I was like, how the hell did Stranger manage to get like 3 or 4 people to watch the show?
Everyone was like, "Oh my God, why is this
Yeah, like
happening?"
a show you yourself were just like offended by, it seemed like. And yet
You
you
know,
somehow got like 3 other people to watch it. So there's all this stuff, their reactions on my timeline were like, why? Why would you trust the word of someone who he himself didn't like the show?
This is the worst show ever. Watch it and see how bad it is.
Like I see that type of stuff I tend to ignore. It's like, nope, I'm not watching it at
Same.
all.
Like
well, it's more fun that way, man.
a lot of shows like that I've watched, I've given a rating of like 6 or above, and that's not because I overrate anime. It's because if I think a show looks like a 5 or a 4 or a 3 or a 2 or a 1, I don't watch it.
yeah,
So
I can't say anything because I'm watching Momo Sword.
You're about to watch like all the worst stuff for your review.
Yeah. Still haven't. I need to catch up on Momo Sword. Actually, I think I'm like 2 weeks behind. Uh, Anywho, uh,
Okay,
as far as Tsuritama is concerned, I thought it was pretty pleasant, though. Considering my opinion on most A1 Pictures series tends to turn out, I am a little bit worried about a couple stuff, and a couple stuff did bother me. Uh, but I did like the Indian guy and his duck
What'd you think about their like pose?
post. Oh yeah, that was pretty funny.
They just like do like a random duck pose, and it's pretty much like the symbol for their agency. And for some reason, even though I'm not actually talking to you guys in real, like face to face, I did the pose for some reason. But whatever. I talk with my hands, so I guess I sort of had to do that.
You converse with them? Do you laugh
No,
with
no, no,
them?
no, no. As in,
Righty, you're my best friend.
I mean that, like, I use my hands to emphasize
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, no.
So,
Yeah. Well, I more or less I think I'll save it for like a rainy day series when I don't really have something else to watch and just want to chill show.
Watch the Garden of Words when it's raining. I'm talking about that so much right now. I don't even know why. It's not that mind blowing, but it was good.
Yeah.
I had a
well,
good time with it.
I was gonna say, like, how you feel like in regards to Tsuritama. That's actually sort of the thing. It's more of like a take it easy show. I wouldn't recommend that to somebody. It's like you have to watch this. It's not that kind of show. It's just you want something surprisingly enjoyable that you have a day to kill to watch. Watch
Yeah.
Tsuritama.
Yeah.
Except if you're a stranger. So,
Never again.
because actually one of the things I'm not sure how you felt about it. I actually liked the soundtrack to that show an awful lot
Yeah.
with the recorders and everything.
Yeah. The only one I really actually noticed was the opening song, which was really catchy, and I did
I
really
actually have that. I downloaded that.
Yeah.
It's a really good song. And
Yeah.
I also have the closing. The same person, the person that or the group that did the Tsuritama's closing, did the second Kill la Kill closing.
Hmm. Hmm.
Gotta be honest. The second Kill la Kill closing wasn't my favorite,
Yeah.
I
but
actually
that's just
like.
because I really
No,
liked the first
yeah, no,
one.
the
Yeah.
first song
So
is awesome. The first song is awesome, but I also really like the second one. It was
Yeah.
the second opening I didn't really like as much as the first.
I
Yeah.
love the second
Actually,
opening.
actually, wait, no.
What?
I actually
Actually, no.
didn't
Actually, never
like
mind. Let me
either
backtrack.
of the
I actually
openings or
like this.
closings
I,
that much from Kill la Kill.
never mind. I can't even remember which one I liked more. I think I got used to the first one. Might have liked the second one
I
as a
love the
song
second
more.
opening.
But I'm not sure because now I'm just confused.
Yeah, I like the second opening and the first ending.
Yeah, same. Like I really like the first ending. I like the second opening better, which is rare. So the first opening was really good, but I like the second one better. I don't know.
Yeah. They
I
were.
think I got annoyed with the first opening. Sometimes it's just like I said, it's a matter of getting used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
They were
the way they
really
did it,
slow.
wasn't it like 14 episodes or like 15 episodes before they changed it?
I thought it was like 16.
it
Yeah.
was yeah, there was an uneven amount of
And I just didn't get that. I was sort of expecting. I remember reading about them like changing the opening and closings like weeks before even the 12th episode, and I was expecting it to come around that time. And then
it
it's not
usually
until like
does.
episode six, yeah. And then it's not like to like episode 16. I was like, what took so long?
Well, I think they were kind of setting it up for because
The final arc.
no, because that episode and then the next episode, I think something big happened. Was it when she lost Senketsu or
So
I can't
um
remember.
Yeah, I
something I want
think
to
that's
point
where
out
it changed.
about Kill la Kill is I think there was a huge missed opportunity at the last episode. I mean, now they've come out with episode 25. I don't know if any of you have seen that,
I haven't.
but
Uh,
I haven't watched it yet.
I think they missed a huge opportunity with the last episode. Like I was really hoping that because the first end credits sequence didn't really make sense. But I always people were always saying, "Oh, the creator said it'll make sense at the end of the show," and it does. But I really wish they had like just gone back to it for the last episode, just because it would have fit so well because it takes place right after it actually takes place right after episode 25, but it would have been really good to just throw that in there
Hmm.
just to sort of like it would have made the story kind of feel like a full loop, I
Hmm.
guess.
Interesting. Anyways, we were. Wait, did we just go from Tsuritama to Kill la Kill?
It's because they say share because they were talking about the endings and all that. Because I
Yeah.
mentioned that they share this
Yeah.
artist that did the endings.
Just let the natural flow of conversation happen.
Well, it's this general discussion anyway, so
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
throwing
Yeah.
shit at a wall and see if it sticks in the first place.
All right. Anything else we want to talk about Tsuritama?
No.
Okay, how about
The stranger sounded so desperate. Get me away.
all right, how about Mysterious Girlfriend X?
I've yet to go back to it, but from the first 3 episodes, I actually really liked it. Like it, I remember watching the first episode. The part where he actually just picks up the girl's drool and eats it is like
Yeah.
I
it's
was
like
like, who does that? Like,
and I was like
why?
yeah, I remember writing and it's like I remember writing I was like tweeting my reaction to the first episode and I was like I still can't quite get my stomach around the concept and it's like to me it's so weird but like I said from what I watched the 3 episodes I really enjoyed it
Yeah. And
and I probably will get back to it eventually. It's just that I'm in one of those phases where I'm just not in the mood to watch anything
yeah,
besides simulcast. That is,
yeah.
and and one thing I will say, one of the things I fell in love with immediately was the music,
Oh yeah, definitely, especially that
especially that
during yeah,
carnival, I guess, that like carnival-esque song during the dreams.
yeah.
I loved that part like so much.
Yeah, that
But
song is just wonderful.
uh, and also one actually, I think this was in episode 3, one or episode 3 or 2. The one part where she like tastes his drool and then she was able to see that he was having a sex dream from it. And it
Yeah.
was just like I was like, how? I was like, it's like is there
What
like some
the hell?
is there like
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. I
is there
it
like some in-universe explanation for this?
not in the anime I don't remember, but the manga is still ongoing. In fact, I think it's on Crunchyroll, so maybe
That's actually gonna be ending soon, apparently.
yeah. I definitely need to eventually get onto the manga because the anime definitely ends on a read the rest of the manga sort of ending, I think, if I remember right. It, I think it ended actually on a pretty solid spot, but yeah, there's still room for more.
It
Um,
was I was gonna say one of the things I also liked is that like one of the big beefs I had with like romance anime or just romance in general, I guess in Japanese media is that it's always like more of a build-up kind of thing. I liked that from the first episode it just puts the two characters together. I like that a lot.
I feel like you'll like My Little Monster.
I watched like the first episode of that, but sort of completely forgot about it.
Stranger recommended it to me, and I enjoy. I don't think the ending was so great, and I think we agree on that. But
Yeah,
Yeah,
uh,
it kind of end up devolving and just, well, I love you. Well, I don't love you anymore. Well, no, I love you. Now I don't love you anymore. And that's
yeah,
just what it went for like 9 episodes.
yeah. I think
yeah,
I
that
remember it was going that when I was still watching it. I never got around to finishing it though.
Yeah,
that
just
that kind
kind
of
of.
annoyed me. I feel like that was a wasted opportunity to really build upon a relationship.
Oh, by the way, Alex, if you didn't notice in uh, Hozaki no Retsu, the My
Mhm.
Little Monster characters make a
Yeah,
weird
I saw that.
appearance. Yeah,
I saw that.
I never,
I think I saw it. I like saw it, rewound it, and was like, whoa.
yeah, and I don't even
Is it the
think,
same studio?
I
Is it the
don't
same
think
studio?
it is. I
Yeah, because
checked, and it,
I guess it was actually I think when I saw that I was wondering is it the same studio or is it the same author that does
yeah,
it?
I
And then I
think I
checked and I
checked,
think
I didn't
uh,
see anything, so that was a weird reference.
Speaking of characters having little surprise appearances, that, as far as I know, are completely unrelated. I haven't seen Free, but I saw this picture going around on the internet, and I have no idea how authentic it is or whatever. But apparently, Captain Levy or Levi, however you want to say his name, from Attack on Titan, has a little appearance in the scene, and I have no idea why or how that happened, if it actually did. But I don't watch the show, and I don't really intend to. But I think
It
that's interesting.
could be just a character that sort of looks like him, maybe?
No, he's using 3D maneuver gear.
Huh.
that seems rather random for a show completely unrelated
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
anything Attack on Titan.
Though I'm sure
yeah.
Was he just like out in this
I'm sure
wild?
No,
they're,
it was
I'm sure they're
I have
about
no
as,
idea how true, how real this is, or if it was photoshopped or anything. But the picture is it's got the characters from Free on a train, right? and outside the window of the train, you just see Levi sort of swoosh by.
Well, to be
So,
fair, I'm sure both the free cast and Levi have the same amount of fangirls.
yeah, agreed.
Okay.
The Attack on Titan fandom is scary.
Yeah, at times they are. Okay. Anything else about? Oh, wait. What was your opinion, stranger?
Mysterious Girlfriend X.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was mildly interesting, but it was just like way too fetishy for me to really get into.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
it was just like every episode was just designed around using her spit in new and interesting ways to just make it even more pervy,
Yeah.
and it was kind of weird.
Yeah. It's definitely a series I personally feel is a bit pretty weird. Then again, I think the alternate choice was Kaiba, which is also very weird. Yeah. Uh,
I'll probably watch that eventually.
Kaiba?
Yeah. I plan on watching that and Tatami Galaxy
Hmm, okay.
eventually, at least. I don't know.
Okay. Madoka Magica.
Do your worst.
I
Bring it
st
on, man.
Wait, I
well,
actually did watch that.
well, let's see. I started only having watched the first episode a while back and being completely indifferent to it, and now I've watched 3 episodes and I'm still indifferent to it.
Watch 5.
Eh,
Get up to 5
meh,
Watch 12.
eh.
because I watched it at the recommendation of Stranger because he was like, "This is a 10 out of 10," and I was like, "Fine, I'll check it out." And first episode, I hated. Second episode, I hated. Third episode, I was like, "Okay." Um, then fourth episode, I was like, "All right." And then
Eh.
fifth episode, I was like, "Whoa!"
Me, it's
So
mostly a combination of just general disinterest in the series mixed with the fact that it's so overhyped and well, I've basically had everything spoiled about it for at least 50 times by everyone on the internet.
yeah, that can
Oh, that would
contribute
do
to
it.
it. Yeah, that'll do it because the surprise factor is
Yeah,
the appeal.
pretty
So
much. So,
because but like I really disliked the first few episodes of that show, and uh, I just kind of trucked through it, um, even though I was not enjoying it until much later in the series. But
did somebody's
That was
phone
ki-
just vibrate? I'm looking
mine,
at you. Oh, so it's not Alex. I
For
was
once,
about
it's
to
not
shoot.
me.
for once, my actually the last episode I was in, if you're wearing headphones and you have the volume up very loud, you'll be able to hear my phone go off.
I was about to
So
blame Alex for that. Damn it.
Don't worry, I told that guy not to call.
He's
End of
probably
the
not.
show, he'll call.
Yes.
oh, you know what? I actually don't have my other phone muted. So I'm just gonna pray, and I did the last time I was here. So let's hope nobody calls.
Yo, JJ, turn your mic up.
My phone's still muted, actually, I think. Anywho, uh, we were talking about Madoka Magica, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, where were we at? I can't remember.
You were talking about how you were indifferent, and then Adam said that he didn't like it until later on.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's something I also hear about Steins Gate a lot when I'm browsing our anime.
Hmm.
Like a lot of people say they didn't think much of it until episode 12. But like thing with me about both shows is I like them from the beginning because I can tell like almost immediately if a show has elements I like or not.
Hmm.
I liked Steins Gate from the beginning. It confused me, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But I don't mind being confused as long as I can figure it out eventually, which
Yeah.
Steins Gate definitely did
Yeah.
uh, explain everything pretty well.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
thing about
So,
Steins Gate is it, at least in the initial series, I haven't watched the movie yet, but it leaves basically nothing unexplained. Uh, Robotics Notes didn't
I really like that.
quite do that as well, because there's still those magnetic monopoles that they kind of didn't explain that well. Yeah. Anyway,
And then Kay also had explained like nothing, but it was still a lot of fun.
yeah, pretty much. And they were monologuing basically everything in that series. Anywho, we were talking about Madoka Magica, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, what did you thought, Alex?
I would say I generally felt the same way that you did, but I'll admit that if given the opportunity, I probably will go back and watch it eventually. It's just that I sort of, like I said, I sort of found it disinteresting like you in the first three episodes, and the problem with episode three too, as well, for me, is I knew that you know,
And major
it's,
spoilers incoming.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'll just say a
major
certain,
spoilers.
I'll just say a certain character dies, so as to avoid the whole spoiler things, and that pretty much robbed whatever impact came of it to anybody who watched the show as it went along or didn't know what happens. You know, that pretty much, like I said, just robbed the impact what's completely. And I was actually, when I was watching the episode, I was sort of thinking that, like watching it in the parts preceding the character's death, I was like, even if I had watched it without having known, I think I would have seen it coming from like a mile away almost immediately.
Yeah, it was very much
Because he's like,
telegraphed.
Telegraphed.
you have
Yes, thank you.
something, yeah, you have something good happening to a character, and almost always that's a signal that something bad is about to happen.
Death flag.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
And
that's
so I was
just the
like,
part that's supposed to show you that's not just a average magical girl
yeah, yeah,
anime.
yeah.
yeah.
I figured that was the whole deal. That it's like, it's like that part or that moment is to illustrate, this is different. This is going to be different from what you expect.
Well, that's what I liked about the show was that it was different because like I'm not into the magical girl genre. It's just not my thing. Um, but I wound up liking this show because it's sort of like it sort of brought to light some of my uh, complaints and sort of like it deconstructed um, the tropes and whatnot. So it's sort of a how do I explain this with words? Um, but it made very obvious some of the things that I am not too into and sort of showed why they're unrealistic in other magical girl shows.
Hmm.
And like the things that turned me away from the genre, um, Madoka Magica was like, yes, these exist, and this is why it's dumb. So we're gonna, so we're gonna show you why that doesn't work and everything sucks.
Yeah. Uh, anything else?
Also, I do just want to put a disclaimer. I have no hate for the magical girl genre. For those of you who are really into that, it's just not my cup of tea.
Yeah, I think the only magical girl shows I can think of that I liked were Is This a Zombie and Puni Puni Poami, but yeah, I would not. Yeah, if you,
That's a title.
it's the OVA to not Excel Saga, and it basically makes it basically makes the last episode of Excel Saga look sane. That is not easy to do.
Oh, Adam, there's a
Yeah,
magical girl spinoff of Fate Stay Night.
that's been on my Crunchyroll queue for forever, and I have not touched it.
You need to watch it, man.
I'm not sure I want to see some of the characters that I thought were really cool reduced to that level.
Be freaking hilarious for us though, with your reactions.
Yeah, yeah. It'll be hilarious for you.
And everybody else who follows
Oh,
you.
speaking of like the Fate franchise, there's the Unlimited Blade Works TV show coming up, and also Stranger and I have some different opinions on a particular character.
Okay.
I think I don't know if he wants to talk about um, what's his face,
Just talking about man.
um, who is the um, I'm terrible with names even in English. I'm even worse with them in Japanese. Um, Who was he? He had Saber's master.
Orange-haired guy?
Tsugu?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not orange hair. The
uh,
guy who Stranger said.
Yeah, Tsugu.
mm.
Yeah. Because I think I remember you telling me that you didn't like him.
That ending just, oh my goodness, it was a mess. It dropped the entire series down by like 1 or 2 points for me.
Are you talking about Fate Zero or Fate/Stay Night?
Phase
Zero.
Zero.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I didn't clarify that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it started out with so much potential. Like pretty much all the characters were interesting, and just how they interacted with one another just had the potential to be something like truly right. And then they just went for like a mindfuck Evangelion style ending, and I don't know.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, because I just remembered you saying that you didn't Kiritsugu, that's his name. That you didn't like him as a character, and I really liked him. I thought he was really cool. Not because I respect him or anything, but I thought I enjoyed seeing his sort of underhanded tactics. Um, because usually, uh, it didn't really have a real main protagonist because it jumped around between characters, but um, a lot of times anime characters are very noble and chivalrous, I feel, at least in what I watch. And he was kind of like, no, screw that. I'm gonna win in any way that I can.
Yeah, I like
Even
how
if,
he ended the fight with Lancer. That was really
yeah,
cool. But
yeah.
yeah,
So I thought it was cool how he would just sort of use trickery and mess around with people's heads a bit.
Hmm.
So,
uh, who was your favorite pairing in that?
um, that's a tough one. I think, uh, I think maybe Ryder and other guy.
Waver.
Yeah, Waver.
Yeah, Waver Iskandar was my favorite too. Seemed like
Yeah,
they had more
they're a good
character
pair.
development than a lot of the cast.
I'm sad we didn't see enough, nearly as much of Berserker and guy with white hair as I wanted to.
Yeah, I thought it was building up for something epic, then just yeah,
Mm.
he went out like a punk.
Yeah, that was disappointing just because I don't know. It makes me sad when cool characters aren't explored. So
Mm.
And it's just like the potential of that series just went downhill in the last few episodes. Like before that, the fight with Iskandar and Gilgamesh and all that was epic, but then just start crumbling.
okay, can we just take a moment to discuss how Gilgamesh is like a 4-year-old?
What?
He's like a 4-year-old.
He, for my role,
He's like, ooh, this thing exists. It is mine. I
yep,
like it.
that's what I
Eric?
remember from Fate/Stay Night when he was in it, just near the end. That's basically him with Saber.
He's like, you exist. I like you. Mine. I'm like,
That
well,
dude's just
that's not how it
arrogant as
works.
hell.
Yeah.
Like I thought he was an interesting character, but he's just really immature. No, nothing against 4-year-olds, but
Yeah, we did still have that conversation on the Three Kings. Got cut out last
oh,
time.
that got cut out. That was a fun talk. Our talk and the Three Kings talk.
Yeah, it was Iskandar, Gilgamesh, and
Saber,
Sa- yeah,
Saber.
Saber
Yeah.
talking about what it takes to make a king. And I really liked Iskandar's points about how Saber had never actually led her people, and you
Hmm.
gotta like laugh louder and fight harder to have your people look up to you.
Hmm.
And that's just like the like how I put that. Like that's like it would be like I don't even know the word for it. The idea behind his what was that? Ionary Heter Warrior or something?
Are we talking about his?
Noble Phantasm.
Yeah,
Yeah, he just
that
summons
was cool.
he summons this little bubble that
I still think
just
he
like
has the best one.
yeah, his entire legions just come up behind him. It's freaking awesome.
Yeah, what I really liked about that conversation, that I said this last time, but I can repeat myself because it was cut out, is that none of the kings were entirely wrong in anything they said, and they weren't like necessarily always entirely right. It was a very like realistic, gray conversation where there was no like this side's obviously right and this person who doesn't agree with that's an idiot, you know. Like
Yeah,
everyone brought up valid points.
they all have their good ideas among them. It's just
Yeah,
their different ways of ruling.
yeah. And
But
and
yeah,
it was like, well, they don't agree with each other, but if they all did what each other is saying, they'd be a pretty good king, you know. They just work together.
never gonna happen with Gilgamesh around.
And then Gilgamesh will just take everything.
Oh
He'll be like,
god,
shiny, mine.
Yeah.
Gilgamesh was a fun character though. I can't even deny that.
Yeah. He does return in Fate/Stay Night, though it probably won't be later in the season if we're going by the first season. If if we're going by the original Fate/Stay Night series.
Yeah, I haven't seen that, but because I heard if you watch Fate Zero first, which I did, you won't like Fate Stay Night.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm excited to see the Unlimited Blade Works 2014 run.
Hmm.
Oh,
So,
and then the original Fate Stay Night anime was adapted by Studio Dean,
Yeah.
and I've heard it was pretty bad. So that's why I watched Fate Zero first, and now I'm waiting to watch the premiere of Fate Stay Night when it comes out in October.
Hmm. Okay. Anything else we want to discuss?
Isn't Fate Zero also where we started talking about dubs
Oh
as
yeah.
well?
was it? I think
Pretty
that was with
sure.
Kill la Kill.
Mm,
What was it? Kill la Kill dubs, and then went to Fate Zero,
Yeah, I think
oh
that's how it
yeah.
went.
and then we just continued talking about dubs. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did we mention like no. I don't know. So do we want to talk about the dub discussion or
That was cut out,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
We can talk about dubs
Okay. I don't
because
remember.
we were talking about the Kill la Kill dub because I was
Yeah.
excited that it wasn't bad. It was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and like Patrick Seitz did a wonderful Gamagori and Christian Maria Cabanos. I can't remember her full name, but she's probably the single actress I would have selected for Mako.
she did a great job.
Yeah, she did a wonderful job. Uh,
And Mako's a hard character to
yeah,
do. So,
yeah, and what's
hey, my main worry was that when it went into English, that she would be annoying as hell, and she wasn't.
yeah?
So,
Who else? Who was the guy? What was the guy's name who always was stripping and glowing?
homeroom teacher.
Yeah,
Mickey Sugi.
Mikasugi. Yeah. Damn it, can't remember who played him, but he had a wonderful range of like the homeroom old man homeroom
In World
teacher.
War II, the Nazis
Yeah,
did things.
and then he's got a younger version, and then he's got
Follow your dreams, Ryuko.
and then he's got a sexy version. Yeah, you're not gonna do a sexy version, Adam?
Well, I don't remember what it sounds like for in English. So, like
Long
I was
story.
imitating his old man voice earlier.
Yeah, I guess we'll use that as a sexy version for now. Okay, and let's see who.
Hold on, let me look up what the heck he sounded like. I'll see if I can pull it off.
Let's see. The only one I really actually had a problem with was the guy who voiced David Valentine. I think he voiced Senketsu in the dub.
Uh, Agreed.
Yeah,
I don't think he did a didn't fit the character.
yeah. I mean, when he was doing the more lighthearted moments for the character, he was pretty good. But the more serious ones, he was just too overly monotone for my taste. Let's see. Uh, I suppose Mo was it? No, it wasn't Monica Rial. Erica Mendez, who played Ryoko. She did a pretty solid job. I still preferred the original Seiyu to her. But for dub, I couldn't really think of anyone else. Uh, oh, I know. So, wait, have they announced who was going to play Ragyo yet?
You should be careful what you wish for, Ryukyo Matoi. How you doing?
I haven't heard anything in the way of other cast announcement yet.
Yeah. So, who would you have voice her?
Are you asking me or
Any of you?
I can't really think of anybody.
Hmm. I think I was. I think I mentioned it before, but I think I was thinking more towards. Freak, I can't remember her name, but the
J.
actress.
Michael Tatum.
Yes, yes, J. Michael Tatum.
It's Ragyo.
Certain he could pull it off.
Yes, I'm certain he can.
I think Stranger should voice Ryagyo.
Divergence cast does. The English dub Kill la Kill.
Oh God.
Releasing January 22nd, 3045.
Alex's Mako.
Yeah, but as I was saying, I think I mentioned that I would have put the voice actress who voiced Valentine in Skullgirls as her. Partially because I thought she fit the character, and partially because I just wanted that so there could be like three voice actresses from Skullgirls in it.
When I remember of a voice, actually, would probably be a good choice.
Yeah.
So we're being sort of like deep.
I guess I'll do homeroom teacher for the Divergence cast dub. Oh, that's the bitch!
As for everyone else in the dub, I don't know who do you who could play Nui?
Hmm. I've been.
Could we just talk about how Nui has the best villain theme in existence?
Uh.
Hashtag my opinion.
I thought we were going with Blumenkranz for Ragyo.
Nah, I don't know. That's everyone else but me has that opinion.
Uh. Oh, while we're talking about the music from Kill la Kill, the NZK remixes, uh, the Blumenkranz one was all right, but these were the remixes that came with the collector's edition of the first volume. The Blumenkranz one was kind of all right, but a bit of inferior to the original. But the Before My Body Is Dry, the NZK remix is just infinitely better than the original one that was in the anime. Helps that they removed the rapping as well. Anyways.
Oh, let's talk about Blooming Prince now. I'm
Yeah.
sure Alex remembers some stuff about that.
Yep.
Yeah,
How
for
much
the
was it in like 2 days? 99 plays?
I think in the first week I listened to it 300 times. I think.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. Like first couple days, it was like 70 or 80 plays a day.
Oh, fun fact. Blumenkranz is German for floral wreath or something like that.
Yes, it is.
Interesting.
And what's the name of the guy who is the composer? Sawano, is that him?
Sound like that.
Um Yeah, Hiroyuki Sawano. He really likes the German language, I think,
Hmm.
because it seems to be in almost every one of his soundtracks in some capacity.
Was there a German song in Attack on Titan?
There was I
Oh yeah, the no.
Season
I
I was about to
I
say
thought
the opening. It's like, what's the
yeah.
opening?
I thought
Also
the
there was
I thought
a
the opening was
song.
by Linked Horizon or something.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. He didn't write the opening, I don't think. There was a song that didn't have German as the language, but it had a German title, and it translated to "Bird in Cage."
Hmm.
I'm gonna try to find what that was. If anyone knows how to say "bird in cage" in German, let me know.
Come on, Alex, use your extensive German knowledge.
I don't know jack shit about German.
9.
It's called "Vogel im Kaffee" or something like that. I can't. I don't know pronunciations. Uh, but that was a song that was in Attack on Titan.
Hmm. Okay. Wait, were we talking about dubs?
And then we were talking about soundtracks.
Huh.
Seamless.
Well, we're currently at an hour and well, about around an hour. Anything else we want to talk about?
If we want
Uh,
to do one more subject, we could talk about the fall season that's coming up.
Oh yeah, fall season. Okay. Well, well, I'm just bringing up the any charts now. So, what are some shows you guys are looking forward to?
Um, Log Horizon season 2.
Yes, yes,
same.
Database.
yes.
Same.
Pipe, database.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Uh,
This is the thing. I like anything I've read of the descriptions of the fall shows hasn't really got me excited. I'm just like sort of picking like the ones that interest me the most, but it's nothing to really like
yeah,
go crazy about.
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm just. It doesn't seem that amazing to me so far. But the same thing with this last season. When I was just reading the descriptions, almost everything sounded pretty meh, and I wound up liking a lot of things like
yeah,
Nozaki-kun.
yeah. Uh,
The one show that I read a description of for last season, I knew, or the two shows really that I knew I was gonna like were Terran Resonance and Barakamon.
See, when I first Barakamon, I thought it sounded all right, but I didn't get around to watching it till a lot later. But Terran Resonance, when I first read the description for that, I was like, this sounds kind of dumb. It's like, what are they're gonna blow stuff up? Woo.
Yeah, I was like, this doesn't sound that great, but since it's Shinichiro Watanabe, I'm sure it's going to be one of the most hyped animes of the season, so I might as well try it.
yeah,
And, you know what happened next? Came out
It's pretty
freaking
good.
awesome.
yeah,
I think it declined a little bit for me since
yeah,
five was introduced. I really liked the I wish
yeah.
the
She,
riddles with Shibazaki went on a bit longer.
yeah. It to me, it feels like it was they were wanting it to be 24, a full 24 episodes, but they kind of had to accelerate a lot of their plans.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like I actually think to this point, maybe there were some parts of the last episode that felt a little bit rushed in my opinion, but overall, I sort of think it's probably gonna end. Probably, I think it's gonna end well enough.
yeah,
It's supposed to be 11 episodes, right?
yeah,
One more.
And I like it doesn't feel like as things are gonna be left open or not understandable as say like something like what Mekakucity Actors like that was
That was like Mekakucity Actors was like
for like the first like
you
7 8
finished the
episodes.
show.
First 7 8 episodes was a great show, and then from that point on, you had a feeling it's gonna get rushed.
It was like you finished the show. Congratulations. Now go read the manga, watch all the music videos.
yeah.
Or have stranger direct you to the Reddit thread about the
Yeah.
go,
finale.
go on
Well,
Reddit and the wikis,
there's also the
and then
fact
you'll
that
understand it.
Terror and Resonance is an original series, whereas
Yeah,
Mega City,
yeah. Mekakucity Actors is based off of property.
yeah,
Shaft.
Hmm.
yeah,
Like, 'cause I still think the ending. I don't really know what to call it. It's like post credits, like sequences, I guess, with like the story. I still think those were some of the most like beautiful things to come out of this year.
hmm. Anyways, uh, I think the main thing I'm excited for, besides Log Horizon and Chaika and the first episode of Knights of Sidonia 2, which I think is supposed to come out in November? No, wait, not November. Uh, uh, I don't remember, anyways. But the main upcoming series for me is the Kyoto animation one, Amagami, Ama, whatever it is.
Amagi Brilliant Park.
Yeah, mainly because it's from it's based on a light novel written by the same guy who wrote Full Metal Panic. So it should probably have some fun characters, and I think the uh, uh that one mouth Bonta-kun, or however they're calling him now, is coming back as well. So that should be fun.
Hmm. I'm trying to think about what like original show coming out that I'm most excited for. Because
Yeah.
most of what I'm looking forward to is continuations.
Yeah.
And No Battle.
Only
Yeah.
reason why I'm probably gonna watch that is because it's Trigger behind it, right?
Yeah, that's
Yep.
pretty much the only reason I have any interest.
And it's also the same thing with
Otherwise,
Magi Brilliant Park. It's because it's Kiwani that I'm just gonna check it out.
yeah, yeah,
Because I mean, there were a few things like Cross Edge or however you say that, and Parasite that I was like, this looks kind of interesting on paper. And then I watched a trailer, and I was like,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah, that trailer was. Uh,
Uh,
What was that? I also plan to check out at least one episode of Terraform Mars. I'm not sure how the manga actually is. Apparently, it's supposed to be pretty decent. But the one thing I've seen people get hung up on is that there's like these like cockroach aliens or like these like humanoid cockroaches that apparently live like in Earth or something like that. And the manga has them looking like a very crude depiction of black people.
mm,
So I'm wondering how they're gonna wind up handling that, and if it's gonna turn out that way in the anime.
I think they should just rip off the aliens from District 9.
uh, well, I think from the trailer they were more uh, human-like, somewhat, but I don't know.
Mm. That's gonna that's gonna detract a little bit for me just because I'm like, cockroaches wouldn't turn into humans like that. Science doesn't work like that.
Yeah,
It's anime. What do you
yeah,
expect?
Anime, throw logic
Or just
out
in
the
general, the
top
world of animation
window.
has like makes no sense whatsoever.
yeah, and
Anime, throwing logic out the top story window since 1960 something.
yeah,
kept having to remind Matt of that when we were watching Space Dandy. Like, it's anime, don't question it.
yeah. Especially since no, it's Space Dandy. Just don't question Space Dandy.
Actually, speaking of which, Stranger was addicted to the Japanese. How many listens does the Japanese closing have for you?
60.
I haven't listened to it much, but that song is like so catchy.
Yeah.
I listened to it 60 times in one day.
It's ridiculous. But back on to fall in the fall season.
Uh, let's see what else.
Yeah,
Kaiseju. I'll probably check it out, but
That's Parasite.
yeah, the Parasite.
no one needs your freaking casual English titles in here.
Let's see.
Look, I
I
go with what's easiest for me to say.
I
Agreed.
yeah, I normally would, but I'm going by any charts, so I'm going by C.
Hmm.
Oh,
Uh,
other than Log Horizon Season 2, my most hyped series are NO Battle, Sword No Method, which is done by the same scenario writer who did Kennen for Key, and then Grisea no Kujitsu because I love visual novels and that's apparently like one of the most popular ones that's new.
hmm.
So yeah, all three of those look really good.
Let's see. Seven Deadly Sins. I I read a little bit of the manga and wasn't too thrilled about it, but I'll probably try the series, even though it's A1 Pictures and I don't tend to be a fan of them. But I don't know,
Are you gonna watch that one Merman? Yaoi, ain't you?
probably.
It'll be your new Momo Kyun sword.
Probably.
Oh
I don't know
god.
why you do this to yourself.
Uh, I don't either.
He just wants to see the devastatingly handsome merman.
And then wish he has a merman in his bathtub.
May I
Oh god.
repeat what its English name is? The circumstances in my bathtub or something like that? Let me check. What did I have written down somewhere?
It's
E.
something like that.
Yeah, it's like the circumstances in my home's bathtub.
Okay, I
I
just
said
want to
this.
throw this out there. If anyone, mermaid, merman, other thing, if any random thing that I'm not expecting to be there all of a sudden appeared in my bathtub, I wouldn't like that. That would bother me a lot. Like, what are you
Like,
doing in my
just,
bathtub?
yeah, just like,
Get out.
Oh,
I'd
they
open the
messed
Go
door,
that.
just,
away.
I'd open the door, just scream. It's like, what the hell?
Oh, they missed
Because
out
it's
on
like, it's
gutter
like,
off.
it's like a, it's all, it's like a home invader just came into your house. It's like, what the hell are you doing here?
Yeah, they missed out on gutter opportunity to make the English title of the Seaman in my bathtub.
Oh,
That was good.
I think that's a little too blatant.
I think that's a joke. That should be a joke in Seokai. Oh, Seokai Kundoma OVAs season
Hmm.
2 next season.
Can't wait.
Yes, yes.
I
How
still
many are there
haven't
supposed
seen
to
the
be? It's
first
supposed to be like
season's
10, like
OVAs.
the last season.
I thought it was like 3, though I could
Uh,
have read it wrong.
but didn't they
No,
spread the the OVA out for the first season?
Yeah, they just kept releasing it with single
Volumes.
episodes with manga
Uh,
volumes, I think.
hmm.
I've only been able to find the first episode of Sedokai Yakindomo's second season for the OVA. I know the first episode is out. Um, I don't know about the rest of it.
Hmm? Oh, can you repeat that?
Um, is everything all right with my microphone?
Yeah, everything is all right. I didn't hear right.
Oh,
The-
the first episode of the Sedokai Yakindomo second season, the first episode of the OVA is out, I
Oh,
believe.
okay.
Um, but as far as I haven't been able to find any others, if they are out um, or not. I don't know. They might just not be out yet.
I don't think they're out yet. No.
Yeah,
Because
but number one is.
yeah,
So
yeah. Let's see what else. I guess we'll check out the Rage of Bahamut series, though I never actually played the game. Hmm. Let's see.
Me and Rado are gonna watch that one god awful sounding Twin Tails show. Where the one dude with a Twin Tails fetish, he turns into a girl with Twin Tails to save the world.
I'm gonna stay as far away from that show as I can.
That actually to me just sounds as bad as Momo Sword is like.
Yeah, it sounds like hilariously bad.
Like I
I
read
have
that.
to watch it.
Just hearing someone actually say the description is sort of, I can't wrap my head around it in a way. It's like this is really stupid.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mm.
Depending on what, more than likely you're gonna live tweet some of the show. Depending on how that is, I'm probably just gonna steer as far away as I can.
You know you'll want to watch the train wreck.
Yeah.
You and Rado will just be like begging for your lives, like someone make it stop.
Either that or we'll love it and everyone will be creeped out.
And you'll
We'll
just be
do
saying,
off and up.
you guys will be like, guys, go watch this, go watch this. Like, just stay away from us.
Slowly backs away.
I'm fairly certain that's everyone around me with Momo Kyun Sword.
I know that's me.
Well, I can understand the reason you watch it because you know you do last season or for the spring season you did the recap,
Yeah.
so you're trying to watch as much as you want, as much as you can. I'm just shocked you stuck with the series this thing
Yeah. Though to be
because
fair,
you openly hate it. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
It's
it's like every time you talk about it, you're like, "This is the worst show ever." I'm gonna
yeah,
watch the next episode now.
yeah we make light of it on the podcast, but then like you see you live tweeting it, it's like this cynicism towards it.
Yeah.
It's just like so thick.
Yeah. Though to be fair, the most recent episodes I've been watching, it's not been as bad so much as it's trying to get through it. Well, somehow it has a plot. I don't know. And it's still
Because you're a
stupid.
masochist.
Yes, that too. I'm a masochist. Okay. Oh, let's see. What else from next season? I guess there's that one. I don't know what my husband is saying.
I'll probably be watching that. I'll
Yeah,
probably be watching that.
I'll probably check it out, though. I
Yeah.
have no idea what my reaction to it will be.
I'm sort of expecting something in the vein of what's that show?
Uh,
Uh,
Comic
Manga.
art?
Yeah, comic arts. I'm expecting something like that.
Yeah, hopefully.
Maybe it's not as bad, but or like or how the levels that could get. But
Uh,
I'm sort of
the
expecting something like
breastfeeding scene from
that.
yeah.
God, actually totally forgot about that, to be honest. And then yeah, one of the other comedies I plan to follow is that one. It was like some like lonely girl like summons like a fox spirit,
Oh
and like
yeah,
spirits just
they.
wind up working doing like house chores because they're concerned about her being alone.
Oh yeah,
What
that
about
was the like Wolf Girl and Black Prince, was it? Or am I thinking of a different one?
I think that might be different. I can't remember the name of the one I'm talking about.
Yeah,
what
I
about the
think I know what
one with the bookstore?
books
Uh,
Uh,
Honya-san.
on Yasan.
I think I've considered that. Like, it's dependent what's like recommended for me to watch. That's sort of the thing about the season. Sort of what wound up happening with like Nozuki for this
That's how
past
I roll.
season.
Yeah,
Like
I
if
wasn't
set
interested in Nozuki at
if
all until I saw
like
all the
actually
screenshots on
that's
Twitter.
actually what happened with both Sabagebu and Nozuki. JJ one day told me just he's like, "Yo, watch this. It's like really hilariously stupid." And then he also told both me and Stranger to go watch Nozuki because he said it's like this season's
Uh,
uh
yeah.
Lucky
yeah
kid.
Shanky-kun.
yeah,
Yeah.
there you go, yeah.
Oh yeah,
I hope that gets more
Yeah.
Psyching, because that was like such a treat. I always look forward to like those 7 minutes on a Sunday.
Yeah.
You don't look forward to me endlessly tweeting pictures from it.
I don't always get to watch stuff when it first comes out, so I just gotta and since I'm following you guys on Twitter, I just have to stay away from
What you're saying?
from Twitter.
It's those two you have to watch out for Twitter. I just say, this week's episode was good, and then I just sort of leave it at that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Like I'll
like
discuss it on here with you guys, but normally I was like, "Gee, did you know so and so? What was your reaction to so and so dying this week, along with picture?"
Who does that?
Not that I have a problem with it either. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
yeah, no, I don't
Well,
mind,
I
especially
usually
after I've
just
already seen the episode.
tweet the
But
dumb stuff. If it's
Yeah.
something spoilerish, I'll try to not post anything about it.
well,
Yeah, that's the same thing I do. Like I
it's
just
just
post the stupid out of context jokes.
it's just with me. I like to go into things completely ignorant and be surprised.
Yeah.
So like if it's a thing that happens that I haven't seen, it's a spoiler to me. I mean, I know that's I don't think that's a very common way of looking at things, but
Yeah.
like I just media blackout until I've seen this and then go ham.
Yeah. That's understandable. Uh,
So
I have no idea what World Trigger is about. I'm
Neither do I, but I'm just gonna watch it anyway.
yeah. I
It's one
I'll
of those things like I think I've seen stuff about the manga, and it sort of seems like an interesting concept, but I ultimately can't remember what it's about, so I'm just
I'll
sort of going
decide on that
blind
one
here.
based on you guys'
yeah.
recommendations. Um, there's this one that is going to be weird to pronounce that I can't decide if it's interesting or not. Um, where it's just based on the description. It's at the very bottom on any chart. It's the very last. Um,
Let's see.
Yuki Yuna wa
yeah.
Yusha
hmm
Dayalu.
Like that, just based on the description of that, I
Hmm.
think could either be really good or really bad.
What is it?
Um,
Uh,
so,
Slice of Life School.
Hmm.
Hmm.
but
Wait, I think I know what you might be talking about.
Yeah.
Just
Is it
for
like
some reason,
are they like in
the
middle school or something like that?
yeah, just
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I'm probably not gonna watch that. Because
the
actually, one thing recently, I tried to watch Yu Yu Shiki the other day. I tried to watch the first episode, and I think my problem with like certain like comedy or slice of life type of stuff, I sort of prefer it being in like segments. I can't take sort of watching. I can't really take like interconnected slice of life stuff because it gets boring
Hmm.
for me. So I will depend. I guess it's dependent on what you guys think of it or what you think of it, Adam. But I'm probably gonna be avoiding that.
Yeah. There's this show
the
called
description that it
oh
takes place in the year 300 of the era of the gods. For some reason, that just kind of makes it sound kind of interesting to me. But
yeah
it could easily, just based on the rest of it, it could easily be something that I watch an episode and I'm like, this is dumb, and
yeah
never touch again.
yeah that
So
sounds
I'll leave
kind
it to
of
JJ.
yeah. I'm not sure if I will check it out until I see your guys' reaction or not. So I don't know.
It's like we're all the guinea pigs for each other.
we are. I mean, half the stuff I'm watching this season, I
Yeah.
started like midway through the season just because of you guys. So
There's this show description called Tribe Cool Crew or something, and
yeah,
it's
that just
about
looks dumb.
down. Yeah, I'm probably just going to watch it anyways because I don't
Like
know.
just the art style makes me not want to watch it.
It
Oh
it
god.
sounds like Narima Daikon Brothers a little bit, but I don't know. I'll probably just check it out like one episode out, and if it's so overly dumb, which it probably will be, and just doesn't have anything interesting to it, I probably won't watch. I don't know.
And then there's a show called Shilabako, which is like PA Works does Moe.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm gonna watch that. I know Rado is.
Hmm.
But yeah, that sounds like a kind of weird concept because they're the same ones who did Angel Beats and another.
Another. I Angel Beats is arguably my favorite anime, and another
Oh,
I enjoyed, but
speaking of Angel Beats, like about a month ago, I actually tried Mapo Tofu. They don't
oh, Mapo
exaggerate.
Tofu.
They don't exaggerate how spicy it is. It's
Yeah.
really, really spicy. Just super spicy. I had to go through like 3 or 4 bowls of rice just to eat it, and I couldn't even finish the tofu part. The or not
Man.
the yeah, just
Yeah.
yeah.
Also, was it PA Works who did Glass Lip, which is a show that I
I
dropped?
think so.
Yeah, I think that's what I've heard.
Yeah, I liked the animation, but that show just got kind of. I just lost interest in it.
Yeah, the animation was beautiful. It's just the story was not really interesting.
The only thing that I didn't really like about the animation was how it had these like these sketch freeze frames as like transitions between scenes, and that's just not something I'm into. It's not bad or anything. I just think I just rather would that type of thing not be there.
Hmm.
But so hopefully, and that kind of stuff wasn't in Another or Angel Beats or anything else I've seen by them. So maybe it won't be like I don't know if it's something that they do or not. It might just be that show's director. But that
Yeah,
was one of the
because
shows from this season I dropped.
yeah, I watched Canon and that was PA Works too, like one of the older ones, and they didn't really do that.
Hmm.
Hmm. Oh yeah. Wait, so this is CANAAN, right? Is
Hmm.
that the show you're talking about?
Canon?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Is that
CANAAN.
how do you? Because you pronounce that canon, but I've heard it pronounced like 6 other different ways. So
Canon, I think.
I think I've heard like Canan,
Canan, or
Canad.
I don't know.
Uh,
It's kind of
Because
hard to
when you first said canon, I was thinking about
yeah,
like Canon 2006, and I was like,
no,
what? PA Works.
yeah. I
nope,
tend
that's
to get
K-Randy.
those pretty
Excuse
confused
me.
at times too.
Yeah.
Uh, oh, apparently there's going
So
to be a Kawi Complex OVA this season.
Really?
Yeah, what it
Here's
looks like.
screenshots of that.
Nice.
Attack on Titan movie.
Oh yeah, isn't that just going to be like a summary of the first season?
It's gonna be like Yeah, it's gonna be like episode 13.5, but with more stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of redundant.
Yeah.
What do y'all think of Shigatsu wa Kimi no Uso?
So,
What?
Not sure. I
Uh,
have no idea what that is.
Piano Prodigy Arima
oh,
Kosei
that's the
dominated.
A1. That's
Yeah,
the A1 picture.
Uh,
Um,
oh, you mean Seven Deadly Sins, right?
no,
no.
it's
Oh, is it no.
A1's got a few things on here.
I think they usually do have a lot of stuff. Oh, I see it
Um,
now.
yeah.
Oh,
I've
yeah,
heard
I
Uh,
did not have any interest in that one until
I'm indifferent towards it. I
beginning.
probably won't look at it unless someone
Yeah,
says, "Oh, this is really good." But
yeah,
I'm not gonna test it out myself.
I'm gonna
Um,
try it, but I don't know how good it'll be.
yeah.
I've heard people
oh,
describe A1 pictures as the EA games of anime, and that's
I
pretty
feel
much
That's
like
exactly.
actually a perfect description
I
for
feel
them.
like I would be one of those people.
Yeah, like occasionally they'll come out with something really good, but really it's
Yeah,
just mostly quantity
Al-
over quality.
yep.
Also, just because all their shows, because it's Aniplex, come out at ridiculous prices for Blu-ray and DVD.
Well,
So,
that's because some of them are owned by Aniplex.
well,
Like
A1
in
Pictures
Plex.
is a
Yeah,
subsidiary. So,
yeah. Though not all of their series are owned by Aniplex. Like
yeah.
Fractal is owned by Funimation, and Wagnaria is owned by uh, NISA of America, NIS of America.
Oh, I always said NIS, but I don't know
Yeah,
if that's right.
I don't know if I'm right either. So yeah. Okay. Anything else we are looking forward to?
Not that I can think of.
That about
Nope.
covers the big ones.
I mean, unless we want to talk about continuations.
I think the only continuations this coming season are Log Horizon and Chica that
Well,
we're watching.
Psychopath season 2 and
Oh
Fate,
yeah,
Fate
yeah,
Stay Night.
oh
yeah.
yeah.
Are there any others? Yeah,
There is
that might be
that
it.
one. Uh,
Oh, Selector Spread,
yeah,
that show that I didn't care about at all.
yeah. I I think I heard it got slightly better, but I just had no interest in continuing it.
The
Well,
people I've heard who's finished it act like it's amazing and like it's like Madoka Magica only for card games instead of Magical Girl anime. I don't know. The first episode I gave like a 5 out of 10 and never picked up again.
Yeah,
It was
I
pretty bad.
yeah. Like I said, I have heard it does get better, but
I
I
don't think I've watched a card anime in like 15 years.
I think the last
And
one
I'm
I
not even that old. It's
watched
just that I haven't watched one
was
since like elementary school.
Imagine Bone from last season, and even that was more fighter-ish than card game. Eh, wasn't that interesting anyways. Okay, I guess that's about it.
That's all. That's all for
Yep.
now.
That's all, folks.
Wait,
Anyways,
wait, 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 wait.
wait, what?
I have to do my One Piece laughs.
Oh, yes, we can't end the show without that. Go ahead.
All right.
Wait, I
Maybe a
think we
little
should.
bit.
I
Like I
think we
said,
should. I just want to say, I think we should end the show on the laughs. So like nothing after, just have a funny laugh. Done. Okay.
I was
We'll
saying
do
it's
that.
multiple ones. It's multiple ones. It's a
Okay.
problem.
Do
But
it.
All right.
for those of you like we said on the show before, this got cut out of the last episode. For those of you who don't know, and what it is, it's supposed to be specifically characters from this one arc of One Piece. All of them pretty much have very distinct laughs. There's one girl character named Perona. She's like a ghost girl. She's like, "Hada, hada, 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 hada." Like sound like that. And then there's one guy, the main villain. His name is Gecko Moria. He's like, "Kishi, Kishi." And then there's one other guy, Dr. Hogback. And his is a little hard to do because he switches pitches, and it's actually what makes his character in the anime so like great. It's like fush, 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 fush. And like I said, there's another laugh. This one character named Salty Jaguar. He's actually someone from a character's past. His laugh is like dude, she, dude, she. Like I said, that's That's one of the reasons why I love the franchise. The laughs.
Okay. Any
And
more?
also,
Oh,
I would also say, actually, it popped back into my head because I was thinking of a trailer. There was a trailer for the English release of the first, yeah, the first thing, first arc of the first part, whatever. It's the first part, or the first release of the current Thriller Bark arc, which is the laughs I was doing just now. And this one character, this new one character they have instant clear voices, and he does a great job. Or he's done from what I've heard so far, he's done a great job. So, and his laugh's like, yo, I can't get it done. I just can't get it. I like do this all the time. I do this all the time. It's like, or like when I talk to my brother, it's like one of the things we love about the character, but for some reason I haven't been able to do it. So like not on here, I just can't do it for some reason.
What? Wait. What is this? I'm looking at the TV shorts and my anime list now for, or Anachart.net for fall.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the second one.
TV.
Dreamcast, Sega. What? Is it?
What is this?
Is it
Shorts.
like? Is it like that?
What?
What was it? That one anime based off a game that was basically Console Wars. The anime.
I don't
Something
know what's going on,
Neptuna.
dude.
Something Neptuna, I think it was. So is it
The-
like that?
So,
I
we've got Dreamcast, Sega Saturn, Mega Drive, and they have enrolled in Seihaga Academy. Okay.
uh,
If
I
girls need
okay.
to enter the world of Sega games.
They are Sega games.
I
Well,
don't
they're
know,
Sega
man.
consoles, but
I just noticed a chow in the background. I was like, hold on, what is this?
that's ridiculous.
Okay, I think I'm gonna have to try this one.
I'll
Yeah.
I'll I'll wait on it, depending
I
on your
depends
words.
on.
This looks incredibly stupid.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I guess if there's nothing else we want to talk about, or is there?
You know what? We could go on forever, so we got to wrap it up at some point.
Yeah. All right. Thank you all for joining this very special and admittedly a lot longer than I was expecting episode of Divergence Cast. I
Hey
don't
man, I
know.
have a life I have to get back to.
Yeah. I don't know how many of these kinds of episodes we'll actually do or how infrequently we'll do them, but hopefully you enjoyed it. If you'd like to contact us, all our Twitter names and MAL and other stuff will be in the blog post or the description. Special thanks to Adam for joining us this week. And until next time, bye.
Near Fosh to the